Okay, today we're going to take a look at the Roku Time Warner cable app. Basically, to launch the app, just click on the application itself. I've already entered in my login and password for Time Warner, but if you set it up for the first time, you'll need your login. Make sure you're at home so it can check your modem, and then it'll check your TV package and then load your stuff. So, first things first, here's the guide. Channels can be filtered by type, but I like to keep them all on here so you can see the little arrow pointing to the left is you can start that program over. Now, one thing you'll notice immediately is these HBO channels. They are all in high definition. So HBO Pacific, HBO Latin Pacific, HBO Signature, what's this, HBO Signature again, HBO Zone is in HD, HBO 2 is in HD, HBO 2 West is in HD, and that's something that is not on the Time Warner cable box. If you have a DVR or a set-top box, you will only get HBO HBO Latino, HBO 1, and I think HBO East, because I'm located in the West Coast, so of course I get the Pacific one. Scrolling through, most of the channels are available. If you subscribe to them, then you're going to get them here. The difference is the cable order, the guide order is a little bit different. It's more alphabetical to the left instead of by number, but I believe you can filter that. I'm not really sure how, but we'll just scroll through here and take a look at some. And you'll notice some of the channels that they don't have in HD on the traditional cable boxes, they have them in HD on the Roku app, which never really made much sense to me, but it's a free app, so you can't really complain about that. Changing channels takes a second to buffer, loads in, the quality is pretty good. Go back to the guide. What I want to show you is, let me see. Okay, so like Pop, that's not really a channel I watch a lot, but I did notice that it is not in HD on cable boxes, but on this app it is in HD. So that's another one. There's probably others that I just don't pick up on. But anyway, let's get to like Showtime. So Showtime 2 is in HD. Showtime Beyond is in HD. Showtime Extreme is in HD. And those three are not available at all on the regular cable box in HD. So that again is another example of the premium channels being in HD on the Roku app when they're not in HD on the traditional cable boxes. Again, Showtime East and West HD, Showtime Showcase in HD. Now Starz is the only major network that there's the exception. Starz Starz Central, as you can see, is not in HD. Starz Edge is not in HD, and they're not in HD on regular cable either. So if we click to watch it, I'll just show you real quick that it's most definitely not HD. Now the positives are, if you're like me and you only watch HD channels, you're going to get more channels with the Roku app, especially if you subscribe to the premium channels. The interface is good, it's quick, it eliminates the fee for a cable box or a DVR service, so that's going to cut back on your bill. The negatives, obviously, you can't record, so you can't save anything, but that really just depends on your viewing habits. If you're more into Netflix and you're more accustomed to just watching stuff on demand or watching what's on, then this is going to be great for you, because you get the guide, you get on demand. We'll take a look at on demand real quick. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't gone on demand a lot on here, but from what I remember, I think it's more Netflix. Yeah, see, it's more Netflix oriented than on the regular cable box. On the regular cable box, it will have this sort of stuff. But uh, you'll see once we get into, and in case you're wondering, it's broken down into sections: kids, preschool, lifestyle, nature and knowledge. But here's where you have your networks, where you can go to specific networks and find exactly what you're looking for. So if I'm looking for a movie on HBO, for example, let's see. It's a little annoying. It takes a little extra to scroll through, but nevertheless, you have to factor in that it's free and you're not paying a charge for using this equipment. HBO movies. They have 59 of them. So scrolling's a bit annoying. If you're used to the list view, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get to it. But nevertheless, it's just an adjustment. Just going to see how long this takes to buffer and load. Turn up the volume real quick.
This is nice. I feel good. I don't feel great.
See if we can fast forward. Yeah, we can fast forward. Doesn't really give you a live preview of the fast forward, but that's okay. The picture quality is good. I don't know if you can tell through the camera, but the quality looks just as good as is on your traditional cable. Okay, so let's go back. Go back into the guide again. Let's just see if I can find anything else that I noticed. I'm sure there are more channels that are in HD on here that aren't on the cable box. It's just like I said, I haven't used this a ton, so I can't tell you specifically what it is, but I did notice right away that the HBOs and the Showtimes and the Cinemax have more HD on here, and that's kind of a big deal. If you're paying for premium networks and you only watch HD, then you should be able to watch all the channels in HD. It shouldn't just be two. I don't know why Time Warner is doing that. They claim that any channel they get, that they transmit it in HD if they get it. Obviously, that's not the case. Scroll through here a little bit more, and then we'll wrap this up. Alright, this is also available on demand, so let me click on that. I think it says click OK to restart on demand. Okay, yeah, so that's how you start over, is you just click OK twice on it in the guide, and then it'll load itself up. So again, if you're not big into DVRing, you're not big into recording basketball games or whatever it may be and watching it later, this is probably going to save you a lot of money. So it's definitely something to look into. It's something to consider. And if nothing else, if you have a Roku laying around or an Xbox or a device that works with the Time Warner app, it's definitely worth trying because it doesn't cost anything. And maybe it's something that you end up utilizing and cutting back on your cable bill. So hope this helped. All right.